Hey there, welcome back and thanks for joining me. All my supplies and equipment are listed down below in the description box. And I'm an Amazon affiliate and have an Amazon store now. So everything's in one spot. I do make a small commission, but there's no extra cost to the person buying. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified when the new videos come out, hit that notification bell, and comments and questions are welcome. I originally had Poppy Field, but it's so much darker than everything that I went with Flamingo. So I want you to look at your palette when you start out to make sure everything flows. So this is a really good way to do it, whether it's on a piece of paper or this glass Tim Holtz mat. Yeah, you can kind of see and make sure everything flows well. So this was a little too dark for everything else, so that worked. So we're doing simple. And I want to start out with the tangerine and the sunbright. I'm going to do a flower and use my Pinata Blanco. All right, so let's get going. So we'll start down here. This is going to be a big flower. Then I want to do a little bit smaller one and a little bit smaller one. Kind of go up there. Okay, we'll use these two together, see if they do okay. Most things have done really well. Right here, I think. This way. I'm going to go this way. That's a little different. I think I thought it would be brighter, but I like it. I like the orange coming out here. Okay, I'm going to do something over here. Okay, I blow this way because I've gotten it as far as I want it, and if I left it, it would just round it out. That may be a cool look. I haven't tried it to see if I like it. I just typically am not wanting it to do that. I think on this one I'm going to put a couple of yellow because I really want it a little bit brighter. I want to see what that does. Okay, that was pretty interesting. I do like that one. Now, I want to do this here. I'm not fond of that, and I want to blend that out just a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of orange, yellow, and a little bit of Blanco. I'm going to take a little micro brush, mix it. I need to add some more orange. I'm just going to dab it right here. You're really not going to notice it other than the outline. So, see how easy that was? There. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Works for me. Okay. There's one flower. And I'm going to get my mermaid and patina. Get those ready. And I'm going to do one right here, I think. Maybe this side. I was kind of thinking maybe in a row, but I may do here and then back here. And I'm only going to try, this was 3. I'm going to try to only do 2 of these and make it quite a bit smaller. Okay, the shape is getting a little weird on this one. I'm going to try to do this again. I keep getting worse. Okay, we're just gonna keep trying this because it'll eventually do right. There we go. Now we're gonna do this one over here. Jeez. I'm going to go with the weirdness of this. We're just going to do it. I'm not real happy. I wish that wasn't there, but again, we're going to go with it. And we'll do another one here, but I'm just doing this one color. Now why couldn't have done like that? That's pretty. That is pretty. Actually, I like that color. Flamingo. I think it's one of those forgotten colors. I hadn't used in forever. Okay. Now, this one's good. Not so good. Okay. If all of them are like this, I probably wouldn't outline, but I think I'm going to have to outline to make this fun and carefree and woohoo. So, let me take, I want a green, green, green. I don't want a sap green. Okay. So this is Amsterdam Permanent Green Light. This one's got to have one. I put that one. Tell you what, I'm going to make this one to go here. I'm going to try to make this one yeah, not good. I never liked stems. Have y'all just kind of gotten the hang of that one? I just don't like stems. Okay. So, since we're getting off of course, let's do this. I'm going to use this. I'm going to put some leaves. I'll just draw them in two, because leaves will mess this up, and I really do want this moved a little bit. Let me think. Okay, this is not what I was intending, but you know, when is it ever? We're going with it. All right. I don't know that I do want to outline. Nope. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to splatter and have fun with that. Might do a little blue up here. Let's see if I have that blue. Oh, I think this is going to be too light. Yep. Ooh, that's scary. I'm going with this. I know it's going to be too light, but on the other hand, it's in tone with it, so I'm going to do that. Because I want something in this corner. I don't really care about anywhere else, but I think I want that. And maybe all I do. No, I want something in that middle. There. There. That's simple and quick. Okay, after looking at this, I kind of felt this was a little too plain. So, what I'm going to do, I don't want black, so I'm going to take my white, knowing it's going to pick up some of these colors, because I'm not spraying it with the Kmart. I'm just going to indicate some petals or something, because these just look blobby and nothing's defining them. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take this down and keep working it down till I have a tiny bit and barely anything's coming off. This one's written for me. It's already done. And then you got like that. You know, something on that order. Here, nothing. I don't have any guidelines, so I'm just going to make up something. And here, same thing. Well, no, I do have some stuff indicating. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, just a little, just something. Nice. Okay. Now, we're going to let this dry. I am going, have y'all noticed how clean? I washed it. I did. All right, so here is the card that I'm going to do with this. I've enjoyed this because, one, I've got my paints out, and I need some cards. So, yeah, I'm already in that mode. I'm already doing that. We'll use the back of this plate. So, let's get rolling. So, what I used before was the Tangerine and Sunbright. Now, I had tried this a couple times. The flowers just got too big. So, I'm going to add the Tangerine with the Blanco, and then the Sunbright with the Blanco. I'm going to paint them. Yeah, you just can't get that small of an area. I mean, you can see a plate here, and it just couldn't, yeah. So I'm going to do it this way. This is what I'm going to do. So here, let's do, and I still want to kind of have it mirror the picture. So I'm just going to do this. You know what? That's going to sink in. I'm going to use this side of it. It's got the plastic, or the, yeah, plastic. That was sinking in. So I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do that one yet. Well, yeah, I am too, because I'm going to use them together. Okay. And we'll get this one mixed up. Okay, so I'm very quickly just going to do some stuff like this. Over here, and we'll get that. So while it's wet, I do want it to kind of mix and play with each other. Kind of made it more yellow than orange, anything right there. That's not too bad. There. I keep changing my mind how I want this perimeter to look, so. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Now, hey, you. Scoot over. All right. And this stays wet and blends. I'm kind of happy with this. I'm a little surprised it does, but that's cool. All right. I just wiped my brush off. I didn't really go to any trouble. So now I've got to do the mermaid. I'm going to do it kind of the same. And the patina. And you don't need a lot. I got way too much there. Now that just squirted out and now it's stopped up. There. Mix that up a little bit. And this one. So I'm just getting it on there. Kind of getting my shape with what I'm happy with. I like that I can paint with this and it moves. I did not know that. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm tickled with this. All right, I'm going to rub that off really good. Now, you can take some alcohol and clean this, but I am just not going to that much trouble at the moment, unless it just reacts badly. But I think it'll be fine. Now I am going to do this. I do want some darker, and since I'm only using this one color, all right, well, see what that just did? That bloomed out because I didn't have the Blanco in it. So got to look at that. Now I've got to change a little bit of my flower. Yeah, so there, don't do the straight ink because it's going to spread, the straight ink. I'm going to do the blue a little bit more. And now that it's dried, it's really... Okay, let's just redo that. This is patina here. But I still like knowing about this painting thing. This is pretty cool. So I'm kind of glad I messed up. I'm glad I messed up. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I do want to take some of this mermaid and make this a little darker. Now that I have a little extra say-so in what happens. All right, I'm going to leave that. I'm happy with that. That is interesting. I'm going to clean my brush just a little. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty tickled. That's kind of cool. All right. We learned something today. It's a good day. Where is here's my liner. All right, so I'm going to do this permanent green light, and it's from Amsterdam. It's an acrylic ink. Now, I do have a video. I can't tell you for the life of me which number. I need to write that down in front of me. But it's comparing Bombay inks, acrylic inks, and alcohol inks. This one is more like a regular acrylic. And it mixes with water, rinse it with water, but when it dries it's permanent. So is the Bombays. All right, so let me do this one. I think I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to make another one down here. It's just going to get too cluttery, I think. And this one, I may do this way. There's no may to it, I did. All right. I don't know why I like to do those little things. It just kind of makes it a little different. Okay. So these are dry, except for the green. So I'm going to put down some white, and I want to do the lines in a white, just to kind of indicate something there. Not really making a strong statement. Now, unlike the blown, I don't have really lines to go with. I'm going to make them up now. But I do have the outline here that indicates those might be petals. So I'm going to kind of go on those. And I didn't touch down right there. But you know what? That's pretty cool sometimes. Now, since these have not been sprayed with the Kmart, they will pull some of the color from underneath, which is going to be fine because that will pull a little yellow, pull a little blue, pull a little pink, and it's going to look okay. It's not going to be that stark white when it kind of dries out a little bit. All right, I'm going to splatter. You know I'm going to do that. And I like how this is just slapping it around. I love those little marks like that. Okay. I may do a little pink up here. Have I still? Oh, it's still wet. Good. And it's not going to do much just because it's getting dried, and I did that in water again. Let's do a little blue. My blue's drying. Yeah, my blue's drying. It dropped water. Okay. I'd like to do some of this yellow. It's still wet, I think. Barely. And my blue's mixing with it. Let's clean this off. This little brush, I use it And the ink, I use it with acrylics. I just keep cleaning it, and it's just as good as it was. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of the orange and yellow and the Blanco. Good, good color. Oh, I really like that. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, so there you go. Now, a border around this thing. So this was 3.5 by 8. And I want to make a matte 3.75 by 8.5. So I went to cut my piece, and I'm not sure what to cut, because if I'm going to do it with ink, then I'm going to use the Kirkland's photo paper, the back of it. If I'm going to use markers, I need to use the cardstock. I could use this, so I could use this for both of them, the Kirkland's. So I think what I need to do is just decide if I can find a magic marker, and I want a blue, and see if it'll match the blue. This one looks as close to any. All right, this is Firefly 63. Let's see if that works. Okay, so here is a small strip of trash paper. So let's see. That's a little off, and I think it would show up. Okay, so that's it for that. I'm not using markers, and I am going to use the photo paper. So I'm going to cut this 3.75 by an 8.5. Okay, let's try this on for size. So yeah, that'll be good. All right, so I'm basically going to mix these and see if I can get a close enough color. I don't know what is stopping up about this. If I've stuck the nozzle down in the ink, it will create a little bit of a film. And that's probably what I've done. I'm going to take that. That looks pretty good. And this is a scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to color these edges. I don't particularly care if they're showing squiggly marks or what. I just want it colored. Now you can go through and really smooth this out. Totally up to you. If I was doing a fancier or a very controlled piece, I would. But with this one being like that, I think this goes fine. And this is how you make your own border. You don't have to always find a piece of paper that's going to match. You can create your own. Okay, that is dry. Takes very little. Maybe that one corner. Okay. Now the next thing I need is my card. The cards I cut an 8x9 cardstock. Okay, here is my card. It's an 8x9 folded lengthwise. And these are my leftovers. This is off one end, this is off the other. This one I use for just what I did a while ago. I test colors out on it to see which ones will go up against it. When you're doing a big chart like this, it's hard to see. So I do take the smaller ones. So I keep these. This, I'll cut in half. This will be my little notes that I put in the items I sell. I don't do big cards. I don't want them to have to throw a lot of stuff away. And it's a good way to go ahead and use up all your material. That, or I die cut things out of this. But I will cut that in half and make a little thank you note. Okay, now I've got my double-sided tape. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Good grief. Okay, now I've got my double-sided tape, and what I'm going to do is I will start with my picture, and I'll wait and spray all this when I get it all together. I'll take it and spray it with Kmart. So that, and I just take the double-sided tape to all the edges. Now I will put this down, kind of center it. And I don't get real tore up if I don't get it centered, because you know what? This is a handmade, with love card. So now I take that. And I get my tape and stuff off Amazon. It's pretty good on there as far as price. Okay, then I'll take and center-ish this. And there you go. Cutesy card to go with picture. Yeah, I'm loving doing these little things because one, I get this. Oh, look, I smushed it. How crazy is that? Huh. I like it. So anyway, that's how you do it. Y'all go have fun. Take care and God bless.